Five Nights at Freddy's 2 might be one of the most recognizable locations in the Fazbear's universe. However, if you really stop and look at it, the building itself doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Granted, literally none of the pizzerias designed by Scott make sense. Benefit of the doubt, he wasn't going for realism, just scares. And man, did he do that.
Don't! No! I'm dead. I know. Oh my god! Almost.
So today I'm rebuilding the entire restaurant in Minecraft. But instead of making a perfect recreation or rebuilding it on a 1-to-1 scale, which I've already done, I'll be redesigning it from the ground up to feel like a real family restaurant while still keeping everything that made the original location so iconic. I decided to throw my own custom ideas into this build. While canonically speaking, the second game takes place before the first, and so it's a lower budget, and maybe even a smaller pizzeria in comparison. But in the movies, it kinda seems like the FNaF 2 location is bigger than the first, but whatever. I wanted to make it somewhat realistic without copying the movie 1-to-1. And so I expanded the building's layout from this to this. I wanted enough space to fit all the necessities a normal restaurant or diner would have. A few examples would be a kitchen for starters, which none of the FNAFs have them, from the Scott era at least. Break rooms for the employees, not just a safe room or a back room, but an actual break room that employees can go to during, their breaks. A room for the generator, or breakers, an expansive dining hall, with a bar and a hallway where you can pick up and order food. In the original games, Scott made spaces that were designed to create fear rather than function as a believable restaurant. And so for my redesign of FNAF 2, I chose realism over fear. Now let's sketch something terrifying.
Hiring? Aren't you tired of hoping the right candidates see your job posts and apply? It's like...
Have a good night. Trying to think of what FNAF 2 would look like back in 1987 was a bit difficult. I wanted to build big and build out rather than make a small restaurant. So trying to come up with the design or the layout of this FNAF 2 building was a little difficult, but I wanted the central theme of it to be warm and cozy, a place where children all ages would love to go, would want to go to. I just want to take a second and complain about this because this one, it didn't physically hurt, but it hurt. I was also really shocked. 3 hours. I could, take a nap for 3 hours.
No. Wait.
But 3 whole hours of laying out the entire outline for this build, it slowly deteriorates. And oh my god, I was in shambles. Everything y'all would have seen in a nice satisfying time lapse is just straight down the drain. Just gone. I had literally just finished it, and after it was said and done, all I had left were these tiny scraps of the outline to work from. And whose fault is that? I don't hear you asking, but it should be. It's mocap. It's always been mocap. It was mocap a few videos ago, and it's mocap again. Which is what I'm using currently. I'm done with it. Well, partially I'm not going to use it anymore for time lapses, but I will use it for small shots, like in front of a green screen. And while usually I don't show stuff like this, if I mess up I just edit it out or I redo it and move on with my life. But this wasn't a 5-minute mistake or a 30-minute mistake. It was 3 hours. And I was very excited to show you guys a cool time lapse of this build coming together.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Yeah, no. It just breaks. As you can see, it's horrible. And so I've made up my mind I won't be using mocap for big time lapses like this. I'll show y'all an example of what happens when I use replay mod, which I have thought of doing, and so I tried and it doesn't work. But I'll show y'all what happens when I use replay mod. From now on, mocap is only going to be used for cinematic shots, like the one you saw in the intro, or any green screen shots. And as much as I'd love to make big time lapses where it looks like I'm a little ant building a colony, I can't. Because I don't want to risk losing anything, and building without Axiom's features is just a headache. So unfortunately, time lapses, big wide shots won't be showing up on this channel anytime soon. Unless I can find something that's compatible with Forge 1.20.1, but I doubt it.
About to fall apart, already halfway there, so I guess that's a start. I'm just a children's toy for all the girls and boys to break me down and pull me back together, all the joy now. I hang from all the wires and I swing on to whoever's watching us on the night, so I can take a bite out of it. I don't like this. They all give up on trying to fix me every day. I may not have a grudge against the one they hate, but that will not stop me today.
After finally wrapping up the layout, I chose to start with the exterior. I wanted all those old pizzeria vibes, which all included a brick exterior. Most have that as the interior too, but I thought that too bland, so I chose to separate the exterior design and the interior design and go down different paths with each, following a rough beat up outside with a nice cozy inside. While usually having a brick exterior could be boring, I chose to go with multiple different types of bricks, and eventually I'm going to go back and add some more details like pillars and an awning over the entrance, just a few more details. The original games barely show us the outside of the restaurant, which gave me a lot of creative freedom, but that also gave me too much freedom, which slowed me down with the near infinite opportunities to build whatever I wanted. Sometimes I find it easier to be restricted just a little bit with creative freedom. For example, the layout, it was super easy because I had FNaF 2 to look at, an actual pizzeria.
Always help all my friends out. I'm just a robot who can't feel the way my fox friend feels, 'cause he's real. He feels
And I wanted it to look like something families would have actually wanted to visit in the late 1980s, as that is supposedly when FNaF 2 took place. So with this in mind, I let myself roam down different possibilities of room variants. which you will see. And man, there are a lot of different rooms, and I did not want each one to just be the same design.
There was a full moon in the sky. We met a brand new robot friend. At first, he seemed a little shy. He would not play pretend. He sang just fine and played in time, but did not look the part. So we lovingly decided to give him a brand new start. No matter what we say or do, it's never up to me or you. We smile now and sing a chant. The show must go on. The show must go on. Never fear. The show will go on. We're gonna have so much fun together. All I wanted was to be on the stage, but I'm living my dreams from inside of a cage. Don't look away, don't turn your back, don't you dare disengage. Joints are rusty, tank is empty, now I'm running on rage.
Hey, this is Editor Pencil here. So this is going to be a multi-series kind of thing. Yeah, I've been working on just this one video for about 2 weeks, so I'm already a week past release date of my normal scheduling. But I wanted to put some more effort into this one because it's a really, really big project of mine. And I'm pretty proud of the first video. I think the pacing was really slow, so come next video, the pacing is going to be much faster. So yeah, here are the credits. Thank you to everyone who let me use their audio, and to Markiplier for being such a scaredy cat.